Ladies and gentlemen, every nationality has its stereotypes. Some are true, some are false. However, there is one stereotype about British people which rings true. We love talking about the weather. According to the Telegraph newspaper, Brits spend an average of 5 months of their life discussing the weather. Further research conducted by Kate Fox, a social anthropologist, has shown that at any given moment, at least 1/3 of the population is making small talk about the climate. So just why is the weather such a hot topic? And is the UK unique in its choice of small talk subject? Well, firstly, as I'm sure you all know, the weather in the UK is very changeable and often unpredictable. This is down to the location of the country. As it is positioned to the edge of the Atlantic Ocean, it is right at the end of a storm track. These are narrow areas over oceans and seas in which the storm travels down and it's pushed by the wind. You only have to look at the news in recent weeks to see that the UK often experiences the tail end of hurricanes coming over from the other side of the Atlantic. Then there is the Gulf Stream, which makes the British climate much milder than it should be. All of this changeability in the weather means that we Brits never know what to expect when we get up in the morning. While I do always check my weather forecast before leaving the house in the UK, I also always carry my weather survival kit, which is an umbrella, a scarf, and a small bottle of sun cream. You just never know what might happen. There is a reason why we say we see 4 seasons in a day. Just last year, a temperature of 14 degrees was recorded in the southeast of the UK on the 1st of June. This was compared to 15 degrees on Christmas Day the previous year. This constant variety in the weather is one of the reasons why we love talking about it so much. There are even online forums dedicated to the British weather, where avid weather enthusiasts can discuss scientific reasons for the ever-changing climate. One of the most popular topics is whether or not we will have a white Christmas. Although the UK has only had 4 proper white Christmases, i.e. snow is lying on the ground, in the past 51 years. According to Kate Fox, another reason we love discussing the weather is because it helps us to overcome our social inhibitions. She has listened in on hundreds of conversations about the weather, and for her, the weather is like a kind of code we have developed to overcome these inhibitions and actually learn to talk with each other. In other situations, the weather can also be used as an icebreaker, and I'm definitely guilty of doing that, I have to say. And it can also be used to fill awkward silences. Fox even suggests that we can use people's response to a weather comment as a way of gauging their mood to see if they're interested in a chat or not. But be careful. There are some unwritten rules that the British follow when conducting these weather-related conversations. Firstly, the topic is almost always introduced by way of a question, even if only by intonation. For example, I could say, "Oh, it's cold, isn't it?" Secondly, you must always agree with the person who makes the comment. If you respond to their question with, "Not really, actually," you may well find yourself shunned from the conversation. Regarding other countries, these kind of situations exist, of course. However, they're often quite different from the UK. There's a language expert from Manchester Metropolitan University who claims that in every culture, when talking, individuals are kind of treading a delicate balance of on the one hand, trying to seek approval from the people they are speaking to, and in official terms, we say the positive face. But on the other hand, they might kind of want to be left alone, and this is known as the negative face. Countries which favour positive face will often choose personal topics as icebreakers, such as someone's age or their job. This explains why the British may find people from other cultures quite forward or even rude, as they may ask questions that we Brits consider as too personal and absolutely not appropriate for small talk situations. According to this expert, British people tend to favour the negative face, which is, for example, you don't invade someone's personal space or you don't start an unwanted conversation. And this is why we choose safe topics such as the weather. Japan, Switzerland and Finland are other examples of negative face cultures. Topics of conversation can often revolve around the weather, the seasons, or any other non-personal safe topics. To conclude, come rain or shine, the British absolutely love speaking about the weather, given its unpredictability, our need to break social inhibitions, or our need to steer clear of unsafe topics of conversation. But before you try to small talk your way around Britain, just remember the rules and it will all be a breeze. Thank you very much.